welcome. It's amazing to see you all here. Thank you for coming. Get used to me. Waggly mic and heavens. Ellen's freaking me out with your camera now. Is it gone off yet? No. It's very ambient, isn't it?
Quite nice.
I'm glad we've got the lights down though. It was, for those of you that have only just arrived, it was like a living room. You know, when you kind of feel like you're being interrogated by, you know, somebody's parents or something. It was really, really bright. Thanks, Tessa. But yeah, here we are. Debut poetry publication night. Thank you to the Brain Giant. Came just on cue then for having us in here. So thank you for coming, and you're in for a treat because you get to listen to me. That's my dance. I've done the dance.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, you're going to hear Jackson D. And then you're going to listen to Amy Garrett. And then we'll have a little break, and we'll have a wee. And if you fancy a smoke or, you know, whatever you like really in that break, then, and then we'll start up again, and then the lovely Jeff will be coming up, followed by Cats, and piece de la resistance really, Jim Hygo at the end, before we open up to the open mic, and Annie's going up first, aren't you, Annie? Because I've set you up with a first on the open mic. You're going to open us up on the open mic, so that'll be lovely. So, I'm trying to think what I've got on my bit of paper that I'm supposed to say at the beginning. So, I'm racking my brains now, but obviously I wouldn't be here, literally wouldn't be here if I didn't have such amazing support around me, and for those people that loved me when I couldn't love myself. I feel like I'm not looking at you, guys. I just have to look at the side of me. So, yeah. It's been a journey, hasn't it? For those of you that do know me, particularly, and if you forgive me a minute, I am just going to get my little bit of paper out because there's things that, you know, I'd be really cross about if I don't say, but because I'm here ad-libbing, I'm feeling a bit nervous, I might forget, so bear with me a minute. Now I can't see because it's dark. I'm joking, I've got really good eyesight. So yeah, my book is published by Enigma Press, which is part of Partnership Publishing. Florence isn't here tonight, bless her, she's been really, really poorly, but she's been amazing support, so I want to thank her on behalf. Thank you, Dino. So yeah, it's obviously available to buy tonight. I can accept PayPal and cash, quite flexible, but it is orderable on Partnership Publishing. Waterstones, Brown's Books of Hull, I've just spotted recently, so I'm very, very pleased to see that they've listed the book, and it's on the dreaded Amazon as well. So obviously I'm going to perform some of my poems, but what I want to do, as my son would say, Zach, is I need to give you a bit of a backstory. So, that's not my phone, it sounds like my phone, it's Jeff's phone, I know it's Jeff's phone. He's got a really old phone, like my back phone. You're named and shamed, Probert. So yeah, so how did it all begin? Why have I got a book? Why have I been writing poetry? And it's, I suppose it's a sad story, but it's a liberating story. In that, come in, hi Carrie, come in. And yeah, it started off one of being in a real dark space, and one of depression and one of deteriorating mental health, and I was really, really struggling. And the first thing that came along before the writing was actually a friendship with Jackson D, Dino, who some of you know and love, and he said to me, because he knew I was struggling, he went, "Come and play the bass guitar," and I laughed and went, "Is this a joke? Is this a joke?" And I went, "No, play the bass guitar, it'll help you. It'll sort your mad head out, and it'll help." So I started to learn the bass guitar, and I loved it. And every time I was struggling, play the guitar, it'll help you, it'll do you good. So that's how it all started, and that was before my life changed quite significantly at that point. I was still in the family unit, shall we say, and was using the music as a way, as an outlet, to help myself. And then things got worse, and I went down a black hole, a really dangerous black hole, and without saying that word that you all know that I'm referring to, I didn't think I would see things through, and I had music as an outlet, but everybody around me said, Amanda, why don't you just write it down? Write down how you feel, and it might just help dissolve those dark feelings. It might redistribute that kind of power that it's having hold of your mind. So I did for once. I was a good girl. I was told twice, because I did agree to play the bass guitar and I did agree to write down how I was feeling. And it helped. And it helped loads. And I kept on writing and I kept on writing until I saw an advert for Yada Yada, which, as some of you will know, is a spoken word group that used to run in Hull at the Live Lounge. And that was run by Alice Godber. Saw an advert and I thought, maybe if I spoke my words out loud, it would help even more and it would make me feel better. So I went along to the Live Lounge, sadly now closed. Lovely people in there, went to the bar, got myself a drink, terrified, thinking, what the hell am I doing in here? And within a few minutes, a lady came up behind me, really bubbly, really lovely and friendly, and come up and went, oh, you're here to do some spoken word? And I went, maybe. I've got something in my handbag, I've never done it before, I don't know. And that lady was called Mickey, and I know some of you know Mickey. And she went, you're not going anywhere, you're going to do it, and I'm going to be with you. And I'm going to sit at the front, and you're going to go up there, and you're going to share your words, and you're going to do this. And she introduced me to Alice, who was running the group. And I went up there, and I was only shitting bricks. And I was terrified, and I did it, and I felt really good. And I knew that was going to be an important outlet for me, so I kept on writing. And I'm waffling on now, and I'm the queen of waffle. So I've kept on writing music. My bass has been a bit slack, really, because I've been putting everything into my book, haven't I, Dina? But I have played bass guitar live, and now I've got a fucking book. So sorry, Mum. I've got a book. How that happened, I don't know. It's never been on my bucket list, but I've got a book. So I'll now shut up, share some poems with you, and then hand over to the wonderful Jackson D after that. So that's the longest introduction I've ever done in my entire life. But anyway, I'm allowed to. It's my party. So, with number 1 in the book, and it is one of the first poems I wrote. And it's called Blue Skies, and it was 2 years ago, February half term. I took the kids to London on my own for the first time on a little adventure. We had a fantastic time, but when they were asleep in the Airbnb room, I felt desperately sad. I'd had a lovely time with my children and I'd kind of felt empowered. I'd done it all on my own, and the kids were happy, and we felt all relieved and good. But I was on my own, and I was sitting in that bed looking at my children, sleeping soundly, and I did feel really sad. And I kind of thought, don't go down that hole, just write a fucking poem. So I wrote Blue Skies. Beautiful blue skies, rippled with ice cream fluff. The smile of young children. It needn't feel rough. Life, a series of chapters that begin and then end. A new prologue is written. A new heart has smitten. Beautiful blue skies, the sun shining through, glistening on the ocean, calming and still. Monologues, poems, sonnets, broken hearts gently mended. Hearts so fragile, bursting out with tears, exposing our genuine childhood fears. Beautiful blue skies, avoiding the storms. Life's not a goodbye, but breaking new dawn. And now I'm going to embarrass you, Charlotte and Gary, for coming in late. I'm so glad you're here, thank you. So the next one I want to do is it's a representation of where you kind of you're cycling with your mood, and some days you're feeling okay, and then other days you're not, and you're just thinking, oh God, when will this go? When will I feel better? When will I have moved on? When will I have some peace? So this one's called Another Day. Another day, another morning cup of tea. Blurry-eyed, exhausted by nightmares. When will it be over? Another day, another bowl of porridge, hand shaking with the spoon, exhausted by terrors. When will it be over? Another day, another school run, scrambling for the keys to be on time, speedy walk back, the workday begins. But when will it be over? Another day at the home office, alone. Distraction. So tired. Brave face. Geesh smile. When will it be over? Another day, it's nearly Friday, but the kids won't be here. My babes will be gone. And I keep busy, but I'm tired and I'm alone in my heart. And my heart is broken. When will it be over? Another day, and the darkness returns, and I don't want the blackness. Not one big. And I dig deep. Keep strong, I say to myself. Carry on. But I'm shattered, both in mind and soul. When will it be over? Now that I've depressed you all, I'll do a more cheerful one now. This is what you like. I do offer counselling at the end. So let me just look at my list. Yeah. Okay, right. This one is called Love Me Like This. And I know the lovely guys in the live lounge used to like this one. Someone to hold me. Someone to care. Someone to guide me when I am scared. Someone to love me, someone to ravish me, someone to gig with when life seems so bare. Someone to laugh with, someone to cuddle me, someone to play Scrabble with and avoid the rabble with. Someone to treat me, someone to meet, someone to drink espresso with and eat cherry gelato. Someone to play and listen to music with. And someone to walk by my side on a beach, in a wood, on a street, in a faraway town, in a different world, where I can be with you. Are you the one for me? Will I find the someone? Is this someone found? I do not know. Someone, somewhere, somebody, somehow. Please, love me like this. Thank you. I remember where I'm going next now. Hang on a minute. To the darkness. Oh, he's off. Does he need a wee already?
Turn the music down to downstairs.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of thinking, do I just start singing?
Yeah.
What's the name?
Alanis Morissette.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I could have broken out into song, but I don't think you'd have thanked me really. Let me find the next one. Where it is. Yeah, that's definitely getting louder.
Yeah, no, Jim going now.
Yeah, turn it off. No, I've got no door. It's alright, it gives me a chance to try and find my next one. That has disappeared, obviously, with my little markers that are supposed to help me. I could just look at the index, but that would just be far too easy, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, yeah.
Not bad.
Right, thanks, Jim. You're a legend.
We are now locked in.
Yeah, there's no escape. I'll do the whole book. Right, this one's called Detached. And again, don't think like I wrote this like 2 years ago. Actually, it wasn't that long ago, because it's a journey. Is mental health and depression and mood, and you're up and down, you're cyclical, you're on a roller coaster sometimes, and sometimes you know, a day you can just feel so detached. Detached, hovering above surroundings, numb, shut down, feeling like a ghost floating above my own grave. Attached, hanging on with a life less complex, self-doubt taking prisoners of war, shutting down, in protection mode. Mind butchered on the chilly ping of an email, emotions wrung out in the spinner of disillusionment, on a cycle that never ends. Aghast at the horror that unfolds. Detached, hovering around, above even, surroundings. Frozen. Annihilation of the soul. Feels so normal. Or is it just another hole? Detached forever? Or freedom from the tormented mind? To live like is deserved for so many. Thank you. That's really something silly. So the little story behind this one was about over a year ago, and yeah, it was another February half term, and I was with the kids, really lucky in that I could take them to Lanzarote. And I got a message from this man here, before he was my boyfriend, I like to say, right? So, and he said, are you free for a chat? I want to ask you something about Facebook, because he'd just gone to Facebook and was using it for his acting group. And I went, no, you can't ring me, I'm in Lanzarote. What is it you want to talk about? Oh, it's some Facebook stuff, you seem to know what you're doing. I was like, oh, right, okay, I'm the guru. Okay, well, no, you can't talk to me. I'm on holiday with the kids. I'll speak to you when I come back. So he said, oh, so you won't make Speak Out Scunny then? No, well, I will have a good time. So why don't you write something, and I'll read it out on your behalf. And now everybody's kind of like, Scunny people now are going, oh yeah.
No, I remember.
Yeah. So there I am, sunbathing. Well, it wasn't that hot actually. It was bloody disappointing. But anyway, I was trying to sunbathe, and the kids were playing. And I thought, all right, I'll have a go. I'll write something silly. And he told me to write something silly, so it is really silly. Something silly, he said. Casanova. Is he Casanova or a dog called Rover? Something silly, he said. Mandy Pandy. Oh, she's as sweet as candy. Or is that Randy? Something silly, he said. To speak out scunny. Whilst I'm lying here, sunbathing in honey. Something silly, he said. From Lanzarote. Gorging on fruits and sunbathing her body. Something silly, he said. For the charabang from Hull, who, as you know, are always on the pull. Something silly, he said. Now this is getting weary. The tedious rhyming, and Mandy's not even leery. Thank you. That's give me beer, and then hopefully I'll finish with 3 poems without looking at my book. I would have bored you all by then. So this one's called Strangled by Words. Strangled by words at the throat, croaking, deep breathed, constrained. It's just not worth the reply to this bombastic, fictitious hierarchy. Restrained. The irony freed by words out loud, breathing freely without constriction, allowing recollection for my mind's depiction. The next one was really Zach's idea. So for those of you that don't know my son Zach, he's now nearly 10, nearly double figures. But when he was 8 and came home from school having a really bad day at school and some of you know, and he openly talks about it, so you won't mind me saying, he does have autism, and he finds the rules and the regulations and just the way school life is really challenging and really difficult. And he came home from school one day and said, "Mum, I want to start a rebellion." I went, "Do you know what? I love that. I'm with you." And I said, "And it's a great line for a poem. Shall we write one?" Yeah. "No, you write it, Mum, and then I'll tell you if it's any good." So I went in the kitchen, sat down, wrote it, walked back in the lounge, read it out to. I like that. I didn't use the swear word in it. I muted it. But he said, "Yeah, we'll have that. That's ours." All right then. So this one's called "I Want to Start a Rebellion." I want to start a rebellion where the rebels rebel freely with their own minds so that everyone can tell. I want to start a rebellion, whatever age, to speak and tell of the untruths and truths of those misleading mouths. I want to start a rebellion who stand up for others, of the rules and the regulations that constrict and restrict people's life. I want to start a rebellion because no one's fucking hearing the far cries of society in the need for active listening. I want to start a rebellion because I don't want this for my kids. And my kids want a rebellion. And we're ready for this fight. And my last one, I feel like I've been up here hours now.
To be fair, you have.
It's a good job it was you that said that. So it's called, what is it called? What is it called? Have I forgotten? The Life to Come. So yeah, you'll get the gist. I don't think it needs an explaining. What's happened to human life? AI now incredibly rife. Alexa, Siri, Alpha and Celeste, taking over your brain like an incoming rain. In a world where you don't think without causing a stink. It's the new norm. Do you see the almighty storm? In a world of corporate coercion, where there's no societal cohesion, to make us believe that we're smarter than ever. Aren't we so clever? In a world, backtrack, a pat on the back, not an eyebrows raised. Have you used GPT chat? No, I've used my fucking brain. In a world of no waiters, no checkout staff, no radio presenters, 'cause we have Charlie Bot. Now, don't be a hater. Where children are told to learn online, and book clubs and libraries are seen as slime, where everything normal is deemed paranormal. I'm glad I'm not younger. I hope life don't go under.
Political.
Thank you. Political conditioning of the capitalist giants. Just stop when you ask a question. Who's fueling the answers? Thank you.